So as Carly mentioned, the presentation is about Kahoot, which is a very fun topic. So I hope it's enjoyable for everybody. So to start off, we will talk about what Kahoot actually is and some information about it. So this is an online trivia website as well as an app. It has over 1.3 billion users, and there have been over 100 million Kahoot games created. It requires multiple people to answer questions within a short amount of time. And then correct answers award the player with points, which is added up at the end to show who won and who lost. And you can play for prizes or just for the fun of it, as well as educational purposes as well. So something really great about Kahoot is that you can use it for so many different things. Now, there are some benefits of the platform. Firstly, it's fun as well as educational. And this is seen through many schools and educational boards using it to liven up the classroom. So for me personally, I actually played Kahoot today in French class. So lots of different schools are using it to help kids learn. And you can even create your own quizzes or games and play with others too. You can invite friends and family to play, which is super great during the pandemic when you may be more isolated. And it's also free to create a personal account, so there are no costs. And it has great accessibility and compatibility with different devices, which means that you can use it from computers, phones, and tablets on either the website or the free app for Android and iOS devices as well. Now I will go through the steps of actually signing up for Kahoot. The first step is to go to their website, which is kahoot.com. So you can either just search Kahoot in your web browser, or you can actually type in the site. And then next, you click sign up, which you will be able to see in the top right-hand corner. And I will show you where this is during the live demonstration as well. From there, the third step is to then click on personal once you have signed up. So you can see in this screenshot here, you can have different account types, though in many cases, I think most of us would be selecting personal unless you're trying to teach someone something or doing a presentation. And then you can also select who you will play Kahoot with most often, which is the next step. So you want to click on friends and family, though there are alternative options such as colleagues or clients, students, and other if there's another context that you're playing in. And then these screenshots just show a zoomed in version of the icons. So the yellow one is for personal, and then the one with the 3 people is for friends and family. The fifth step is to enter your date of birth by clicking the arrows to see the options. So you can see here, you're going to click on the drop-down menus and then select the month, day, and the year. Next, you are going to want to create a username to associate with your Kahoot account, and you simply click enter username, and then you would type your name into the bar, and you do not include spaces. So here's a screenshot taken from that page, and this person would simply type in whatever username that they would like. The next step, after you click on continue, this is just a formality as it may say your username has already been used. So you can try adding a few numbers to the end of it or switching up the spelling. So this is what it will look like. If that happens to you, it will be outlined in red, indicating that you will have to try another one as it has already been taken by another user. The following step entails selecting your password as well as typing in your email. So you will see this menu and you will be able to actually create your account. You would type your email into this box and then your password into the following box, and then you want to click on the sign up button just below. And after you've done so, you have successfully signed up for Kahoot. So congratulations, you can now move on to either playing the game or also creating ones for yourself and for others. So we are going to go on to the next part now. And this is creating a Kahoot quiz/game. Firstly, you want to log into your account, and your web address should be create.kahoot.it. So just check your web browser to make sure you're on the correct site. And that's what the screenshot will look like when you're on this main site, which you'll see in the live demonstration as well, and I will provide more detail. The second step is to click on Create in the top right-hand corner of the website. So you can see here, you can click on Create. My screen is very small right now, so I actually can't see exactly where it is, but I will point it out to you in the live demo. And then in step 3, a new menu will appear and you can click on Create. Where you see New Kahoot, you click Create. And this is a zoomed in version of the Create button here. It's beside the Upgrade Now and the Share. So you want to look for this blue Create here. Next, you want to enter a Kahoot title in the top left of your screen, and then you want to click on it. As you can see here, it's asking you to enter a Kahoot title. Then you click on the text, enter Kahoot title, and you can actually type in whatever title you're interested in. Lots of people like to call it their name and then Kahoot, but if there's a specific topic such as animals or countries, then you can type that in as well. You can even include a detailed or a summarized description of what the Kahoot is about. So if other people are using it who you don't know, they are able to see what they can get out of the game. The next step to the right of the title and description is a box that says cover image and change. So you can even change the image of a Kahoot by clicking change and then uploading an image from your computer. So maybe, again, if it's about animals, you want to put a picture of some jungle animals on the front to show what it's about. So it's kind of like a cover of a book. You have a title, and then there's also sometimes an illustration. And this is what it looks like where you are entering the cover image. From there, below the language button, there will be one for visibility. And then there are 2 different options. So you can choose to make it available only to you or to everyone. If you want your Kahoot to be seen by everyone, then that you invite to play, then click everyone. Otherwise, leave it the way it is. So these are the 2 different options that you can select. Then below visibility, there will be an option for lobby music. And this option allows you to add music to your Kahoot game when it's being played. And this really helps with kind of bringing up everybody's energy and just making it more fun if that's something you're interested in. So you can click the theme that you want and even preview the song by clicking on the purple arrow to listen to a few seconds of it. And here to the right, you can see there are lots of different options like the Kahoot pick, fantasy, adventure, and you can really find lots of different songs or sounds that match what you're playing. You will then click on Done at the bottom of the menu to confirm all of the changes that you've made and then continue. So make sure you're looking for this green button in order to save all of the questions, all of these customizations that you've made. The next step after you have entered your title is to create your first trivia question. So you will be prompted to start typing your question. And then from there, you can write in 4 possible answers to the question, and 1 must be correct, of course. So you will be able to put in different answers. There's the red triangle, the yellow circle, the blue diamond, and the green square. And these are the different options that participants will have to click on. And you want to type in the options for the answers. And then from there, you want to select one of them to be correct, of course. And to select the answer you want to be correct, you simply click the empty white circle to the right of the answer block. And now there's a check mark, meaning that people who select this one will have gotten the answer correct. And it's recommended that you kind of vary which one is the right answer, just so that there aren't any patterns. So maybe you want to make red correct and then green, and just change it up. And you can also even select multiple answers to be correct if you're trying to be tricky, or if there are multiple correct answers. The ninth step is adjusting the question properties. So you can choose the question type from the options, which is a list of different types of questions. So here you can see that there are different question types like quiz, but you can also change the time limit, the number of points that people get for getting it correct, and then also the answer options as well. More on the time limit, this option shows a list of different amounts of time the players will have to answer a question. So maybe you want to change it up if they're very difficult and they need some more time, or if it's very quick and they could just select one easily, then you can make it shorter. There are lots of different options from 5 seconds to 4 minutes. So you can just choose which one is best for you. And then the points option gives you 3 different options of point distribution. And it's recommended that you just use the standard amount of points, just because it functions the best, because it is based on what Kahoot has chosen, but you can also change it up and make it double points or no points as well. Finally, the answer options shows 2 types of answers. So there may be single select, which is when there's only one correct answer, or multi-select, as I was speaking about, where there can be more than one correct answer as well. So you will just select which one you want, whether it's single answer or multi-answer. The next step is, if you want to add more questions to your Kahoot, you can always click on the Add Question button on the left of the screen and do what you just did with the first question. You just create another question with different answers. After clicking on Add Question, another menu will show up. Simply click on Quiz, which is the first option. So this is a screenshot of the screen you will see, and click on Quiz. And then once the question is created, you can switch between editing all your questions by clicking their boxes on the left side. So you can see this is where you go to edit questions. You can even delete questions by clicking on the trash can if you don't want it anymore. Finally, you will click on Done to finish and save your quiz. Again, this is the green Done button, and make sure you do click on it to save all of your changes. If it gives you this error, it means that you didn't finish one of your questions that are listed. So you will have to go back and make sure that everything is fixed, because it's saying this Kahoot cannot be played. So just by making a few alterations, you will be ready to go. The next step is to click on Play Now to try out your trivia game. And you want to be the host since you created the game. And this is the screen that comes up. It says that the Kahoot is ready to be played, and then you can follow their other suggestions as well, but then you can also begin playing. So once you are hosting, you will be brought to a separate tab that will show a menu for your Kahoot, which looks like this. So this is what you want to look out for. And for example, this is Dylan's Kahoot, and they're ready to play. So you look for the options Show Question and Answers on Players' Devices, Friendly Nickname Generator, the Randomize options, and Show Minimized Intro Instructions. So you can toggle them on or off based on who you're playing with or what you think is best for the audience. These are just some helpful customizations that will enhance everybody's playing and make it a great experience for everybody. So you can see the game options, showing the question and answers on the player's device, having lobby music on, helping them to make a nice nickname just to avoid any foul language, randomizing questions, randomizing the answers, and even showing instructions if maybe the players haven't played before. Finally, you want to click on Classic as shown below. So there are two options, but you want to click on this green one, which is Classic Game Mode. And then the final step, once you've started the Kahoot, will be that you will be taken to a page that looks like this. And to invite people to your Kahoot, you will copy the code at the top of the screen that looks like this. So there's a game pin, and then you want to send this code to anyone you want to invite to play. So this pin will have to be typed in to kahoot.it so that participants can join in. And once people join, you'll see their names appear on the screen here. Now, how to actually join and play a Kahoot. The first step is to go to kahoot.it. And this is what the site will look like. It simply has a box to enter in the game pin. The next step is to click the text box that says game pin and enter the code of the Kahoot. And once you have entered the code, click enter, that is just below, and make sure that you haven't made any typos because it will not register and you won't be able to enter the game. The next step is to select your username or nickname. If a randomizer was selected, then a menu will show up and you will click on spin to get a username. Or click the nickname text box and type in your own name. And then when you're ready, you can click on OK, go. So this is what it looks like when you get a random nickname, and you can just spin to get whichever one appears. Or you can type in your nickname if the host has allowed you to do so. And then always make sure you're clicking on this OK, go button in order to join. Once the game starts, you will be shown a question like the one below. For example, what is 1 plus 1? To answer the questions, click on the colored box with the answer that you believe to be correct. If you are correct, then you will receive points. So for example, here are lots of different answer options, and you will just click on whichever one you believe to be correct. Then you will receive points if you are correct, and you can even build up an answer streak if you have multiple correct answers in a row. Otherwise, if you did get it wrong, it will say incorrect, but it will tell you something motivational, such as no one said it would be easy. So keep going, don't quit, but you will not receive any points. And at the end of all the questions, a top 3 scoreboard will be shown, showing the 3 highest scores or the podium finishers and the players that achieved the most correct answers. And for example, there were only 2 players in this one, so there's only first and second place, but there will be more. And sometimes they even show runners up, so that's places 4th and 5th. But something to note about Kahoot is that it's not simply about getting the questions correct. It's also based on speed. So I've experienced that people who come first may have only gotten 19 out of 20, but they were fast on all of them. And the second place and third place got 20 out of 20. So it's not just about accuracy, it's about speed as well. So now that we've completed the presentation, we will go into a live demonstration of Kahoot, just to show you how to play Kahoots and also create them. So the first step is to go to kahoot.com. And this is the sign up button here in the top right-hand corner. So you want to go there if you don't have an account. And then you just follow the steps of customizing the type of account that you have. But if you already have an account, then you can click on login. And we have an account, so we will just put in our information, including username and password, and then log in. Then this is the homepage that you will see. And there's lots of different things on this homepage. You can see things that they're partnering with, educators on the site, top picks for Kahoot, etc. And there are so many different options. But to find a Kahoot, you can simply search up a topic. So if I'm interested in Disney, lots of people love doing trivia on Disney. You can click on whichever ones you see that you're interested in. For example, if we wanted something about the Cars movie, then you can click on that. There are so many different options. And also I want to draw your attention to this top picks label here. This is something that Kahoot has verified as being a top pick. So lots of people enjoy playing it. It has good quality questions. So I would click on it and then I will click on start. And then you can click on classic mode. And now you have set up a game for everybody to join. So if we were to play this, then you would just type in the game pin into kahoot.it, and then everybody could start playing. But since we're not going to play right now, we may have a chance to do so in the breakout rooms. That is just how you would find a Kahoot and play it. So you just click through until you find one that you like, and then you click on start. But if we want to go back to the home page, then we can reload kahoot.com. Make sure you're logged in. So you can play Kahoots that already exist, but you can also create your own. And this is seen in the top right-hand corner with the plus button, the blue plus button. And we want to create a new Kahoot, which is a quiz. So you want to choose the type. If you want a predetermined template, if you have a certain event that you're doing, then you can definitely choose that. But if you just want a Kahoot that you can start, you click on New Create Kahoot. And then this is the site that you will see to start creating your questions. So you would type your question here. So we could say, what is my favorite color? If we were doing a quiz on a certain person, maybe we're doing somebody's life trivia. Maybe that would be a fun family event. And then you can put in different color options. So red, blue, this might get confusing since they're different colors, pink, and purple. And then you always want to make sure you choose which one is correct. So if your favorite color were to be blue, you want to select the open. And my Grammarly is not letting me play Kahoot. So from there, you will select the open circle, and then that means that that is the correct one. And then from there, you can also insert media. So if I wanted to maybe put in a rainbow, since this question is about colors, I could upload one as well. And also you can enter a Kahoot title here, and even also a description. And you can choose the visibility. So if everyone can find it, which may not be a good idea if it's about somebody's personal life or something about them, but you can make it visible to everybody or to just you if you want it just for yourself. Then to add more questions, you click on this blue plus icon in the bottom right-hand corner, and you can choose the type of question. So if you want it to be a quiz or true or false. So maybe we can start with a true or false question. Maybe we want to ask, I have 2 dogs. And if this statement is true, then you'll select the true option, or you can select false if the false is correct. But I do have 2 dogs, so that one would be true. And then you can just continue on with adding more questions until you're ready to click on save. And we do have to type in a title. This is a demonstration Kahoot. And then you can click on continue. And then once it's ready, you can play it now, or you can share it with other people to play, or you can go back and edit it. But if we were to click on play now, we would like to just continue with the basic, which means that up to 10 players can play. So you click on continue. And then we're ready to start playing by clicking on Start. And then you are back to how you would join a Kahoot game, which is clicking on Classic Mode. And then the game pin will load and everybody will be able to join once you share it with them. So that concludes today's presentation. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope that some of you enjoy playing Kahoot in the future.